So just quick raise of hands if one of your players, if not many, have this applied to them at times. So, yeah, not surprising, not surprising. So me and my team of mental performance coaches, we get to work with athletes every day from amateurs to pros that are going through these exact same situations. And this is a big challenge, especially for you, because you as a coach, you want to help them go play well, and you might be saying things, you got an athlete struggling with confidence. Well, you got to go out there and believe in yourself. Or you got an athlete that's overthinking. Well, don't worry about it. Just forget about it. Like they can erase their memory. Or they get derailed by adversity. It's like, okay, we got to toughen up and be positive. And these are all the outcomes that we want. But they're not the how-to. It's not a system. And so today, the goal is to give you a three-step solution. Because when we were saying those things, that's what I call putting Band-Aids on bullet holes. So instead, we're going to do this. Not know what to not do. Because often as coaches, you can aggravate it. We're making things worse. So we're going to start with that. Then we're going to move into identifying the holes. What are we actually working on? So you have some language to start with your players. And then it's actually building the armor. How do we get our players more mentally prepared for the season so it becomes part of who they are? And this is also where some of the pregame talk stuff I'll touch on. So let's dive in with step one. And one of the ways to think about this is going on a diet. And you're on a diet and you really want to eat well, you're doing all these things, but then you keep eating two donuts every meal. It's not going to work very well. And so as a coach and as a society, the number one donut we're overindulging in, I call the results trap. And this is, for the John Wooden fans, Wooden 101. We consume, our society is pushing results, standings, comparisons. And when you get sucked into the results trap, it takes away from the love of the game for the players. And that is the greatest source of the flow, resilience, and confidence. And so what I want you to be mindful of for yourself and for your team and your players is their language, and your language around what we'll call the no-fly versus fly zone. I got three big examples I want to share today. First is the can'ts. A really common one, we can't turn the puck over the blue line. We've all said that, it's pretty common, it makes sense. That is the goal and the intention, we want to minimize it. But what is that language doing for a lot of players? It's fostering perfectionism. Okay, I have to be perfect. Get afraid to make mistakes. And simply we can start saying, we want to limit this. Framing it differently can help them get out of that results trap. Another big one that our society uses so much is shoulds. You should do this, you should do that. And it's projecting external expectations onto others. And one of the worst ones I heard was this quote, you should be in the NHL within 3 years or it's a complete failure. And he simply could have said, I believe you can be in the NHL within 3 years. Now the last big one is the needs and the have-tos. And this is one of my NHL prospect goalies. His goalie coach goes, you need to start winning games. I'm like, that's ridiculous. Of course that's the outcome. The goal and the intention is always to win. It doesn't have to do shit. And so instead, one of the ways we start to frame it is, screw it, detach from the results, and just start focusing on playing your game. He's got to relax and loosen.